Hello, folks. This is Truth Speaking. It's been a while. I've been very busy at work, fighting with these clowns. God help us. These clowns are taking this brief time span out to pick up where I left off about what's going on in the political world. And this vid is called Bernie Sanders Exposed Hillary Financial Super PAC Ties. Again, this is a quick vid. But the same thing Donald Trump has been telling. The same thing Bernie Sanders has been telling. The same thing I myself and numerous other people have been telling you. Hillary Clinton is telling nothing but lies. Now, she had an interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper the other night. What's sad about it is, excuse me, Hillary was literally telling so much lies, she's burning up with lies. And he was questioning her about her um, ties with her Wall Street ties, and this was her answer. After Anderson had been tightly cross-examining her and questioning her, I mean, very skillful manner. She often said that she stands against uh, uh, big banks and big pharma or big drug companies, but she couldn't explain her ties to big banks and special interest groups. And when asked about her fees, she said, well, she accepted $675,000 in speaking fees. Everybody in the crowd is like, what? That's almost $250,000 just for. And then she gets up and tells people, and I told you before, as I've told you numerous times before, I'm going to repeat this again. Most politicians, not all, but most politicians are as full of crap as a constipated elephant. They're going to do whatever their super PAC tells them to do. Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders are not lying. When they donate millions of dollars to your campaign, you're going to lobby just what they tell you to. You're going to lobby for just what they tell you to lobby for. They're not giving you all those millions of dollars for nothing. Now back to the interview with Mr. Anderson Cooper. They even brought up the Yahoo's.com research in digging into Hillary Clinton's big bank special interest group financial campaign ties. She's saying, oh, I have a little article here saying investment banks have not given her much money, but in fact, new campaign disclosure report filed this week reveals she is fueled by millions of dollars from a network of well-connected Washington lobbyists. Democratic leader Dick Gephardt investment firm uh, uh, Subject Matter, the Democratic lobbying firm. And who's funding the lobbying firm? Who are the top clientele? Wall Street bankers, Goldman and Sachs, Citibank, Verizon, Citigroup. It just grows. It goes. At Wall Street, it just goes on and on and on. AT&T, the same people that are funding the Republicans, the same thing Donald Trump has been telling you. You've been lied to. You've been had. You've been hoodwinked. Not all of you. But come on now. I'm talking to black folks, white folks, and everybody. Black folks, we have to wake up. You have to go in. I mean, it was real adamant, the conversation I had on the job, and Hillary Clinton loved that. It's the white man. Well, what could... No, I'm going to leave that alone. I won't go there. I'm sorry, distract that. That's subject for another vid. It's a lie. Hillary Clinton is a liar. She's owned by big business and special interest groups. She don't give a doggone about you. Her husband signed an NAFTA trade agreement, and she's still in. I said it to you 10 times already. Why are you African Americans? Listen to these screwball so-called pastors. You know, they said you have to read and do research in the background. This guy done more damage to you than 3 or 4 Republican presidents from Ronald Reagan up until now have. He's caused more African American and people of color to be locked up. Look at our nation now. Look at the workforce now. You got over half of American black people are unemployed, and a very, very large growing of white America are unemployed. The statistics are a lie. You have 92 million people that are unemployed. And one major factor in that is that doggone trade agreement. I'm sorry, forgive me. Black people, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. Not all of you, but you gotta wake up. You can't be just listening to these buffoons. And God help us. Help us, Lord. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this campaign, but I'm gonna give you a little bit more, dialogue. She is being funded by, like I said, well-connected lobbyists, Wall Street bundlers, billionaire donors. Oh, and you know what it is? Up to now, it's a $157 million campaign. The same people that are funding all the rest. They're playing both sides of the coin. They can't lose. Don't you understand what I'm saying? You've been had. Am I saying the same thing over and over again? Yes. Yes, I am saying it over and over again. It's a lie. Look up what I'm saying. I do research before I come out my mouth. I just don't make a lot of empty goofball claims. Hillary Clinton is bought and paid for, just like most of those Republican candidates. They're all being funded by the same people. It's a money thing. It's a power thing. It's a control thing. Don't you understand that? Money, power. Power, absolute control. Rule. Do you understand? Over the masses. Brainwash the masses. And especially our people of color, our black people. Come on now, we've got to wake up. And in some communities are African American. New Orleans, Louisiana, is an 80% poverty rate. Do you understand that? Dr. Anderson is right. You can't stand up. You can't live like that. You can't stand up to that. And I come from a family that owned big farms. They fed black as well as white people. I had relatives standing in World War II. I had an uncle was at Pearl Harbor when it was bombed by the Japs, December 7, 1941, so I can say anything I want. Yes, and my mother and father raised me in the same household. And both of them were hard workers. Thank God that my mother is still alive. The whole point of the thing is open up a book and read African Americans and white Americans. I want to tell you something. The media, they don't care what they say, who they affect, or what they do. All African Americans are not alike. African Americans, all our white citizens, Spanish, Hispanic, or any other citizen, or people of color, all people are not alike. But one thing we all have in common, the country is turned into the people that are running the ship of buffoons and imbeciles, thieves and liars. Hillary Clinton is that's a liar. Most of these people in the Republican are liars. I told you before, I'll say it again. Most politicians are as full of crap as a constipated elephant. So the next time you hear Hillary Clinton, I stand up against big banks and special interest groups. Tear the knob off your remote control and cut her behind off. Just like most of these Republicans winning it up. When they tell you the same thing, what? No, 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 no. A lot of them. Let me tell you something. There's a $19 trillion deficit. America is existing totally on credit. There is no money. Don't you understand that? Some of the greatest economists of all times have said it's impossible for anybody, any country, to pay that amount back. The place is owned by big banks and special interest groups. These are the new leaders of America, the central banks. Be careful who you vote for. I'm not telling you who to vote for because I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm just a plain old American. Be careful, folks, and pray for our nation.